public service announcement sponsored by Just Blaze and the good folks at Rockefeller Records.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ.
Good morning. Here's the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. That is pretty much my intro song now. At least someone suggested it yesterday. You gonna do the intro now? Yeah, yep. That's actually I have actually my iPod and shit, but I actually charged yesterday. But I actually carry an album with me for okay, let me explain. I'm a big believer in mindset. Is pretty much almost everything, right? Well, not pretty much almost everything. It's everything as far as your day, how your day goes, right? So I like to start my shit, like my day, with some positive music, some some tough shit music and stuff like that. So that was Jay-Z, public service announcement. What up, Daniel? Your Spurs. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there right away because I actually watched that game last night. Yeah, well, it's 6-point loss to the Thunder. It's nothing to be ashamed about. But Kawhi Leonard's a bad motherfucker, I'll tell you that. I did not know Kawhi Leonard had offensive moves, okay? And he fucking did spin moves on people yesterday. He had jab steps, all that shit yesterday. So I'm pretty damn impressed with Leonard. And now I think he's going to be a terrifying motherfucker on the court. So besides, hey, what's up, Andy? Besides just on the defensive end. Oh, yeah, I know he's been working hard. That's the thing about Kawhi Leonard. It came out of nowhere. But I watch college basketball. I keep track of people. And I knew he was going to be one of those guys that I thought was going to be drafted way late. And I don't think he was drafted too late, but he was a first rounder. But I knew he was going to be one of those guys that was drafted way, or I thought he was going to be one of those guys that was drafted way late and ended up making a fucking baller-ass career out of it. So, anyways, like I was saying, I have a CD in my car. It's just music that I get hyped to. That's one of my favorite songs from Jay-Z. I have a bunch of songs on there, so it's kind of a lot of it's Jay-Z, to be honest with you. But he's not my favorite rapper by any means, but man, that shit hits hard. So anyway, Morning Glory time. Let's talk about all the shits in my head that I'm about to let out. We'll talk about Kurt Angle and Bellator in a second, because I read some shit last night during Punting the Nuts, which is our football show myself and Michael Reyes do. You can follow him at Big Mike 1909. Andy says I just paused John Wayne Parr on the Rogan podcast, so just so you know, so I have to be entertaining. Okay, I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try, but I got about a quarter way through that podcast last night. Enjoyed it, but it got late. I had to go to sleep. So, Anyway, so we'll just get into Bellator right away. So we're almost done with Punting the Nuts, which is our football show myself and Michael Reyes do on Wednesday nights, and I'm just scrolling through Facebook and shit. And it turns out, earlier in the day I had been talking about, Kurt Angle, fucking teasing some bullshit about Bellator 145 and all that shit. And then it comes out that he's going to be at the Fan Fest, the Bellator Fan Fest, at Bellator 145. So I'm like, that was it? Okay, whatever, who gives a fuck, right? No one gives a shit if Kurt Angle shows up. That's like, no one gives a shit if Scott Coker shows up, to be honest with you. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a shit if like 90% of the Bellator roster shows up. But for some reason, when Tito shows up and Hoist Gracie, obviously Hoist Gracie, but when Tito and people like that show up, people freak the fuck out. So, taking a shot with Kurt Angle. However, what I read on Facebook yesterday was that not only was Kurt Angle teasing some shit about Bellator, so was one Ken Shamrock. And then supposedly there's going to be some announcement at Bellator 145 involving both of them. Which makes you think, here comes another goddamn circus from Bellator. Last night, I nearly lost my shit on the show. Like, it was, it's fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, okay, so Scott Coker takes over Bellator, right? And everyone's like, oh wow, Bellator's finally going to be able to compete with the UFC. Fuck no, they're not. Fuck no, they're not. I gotta assume Scott Coker has some big master plan that starts off with shit circus fights and will somehow one day go into some legitimate, like, actual real good fights. But I don't see any of that shit, and it's fucking irritating. It's nearly infuriating to me, because I want Bellator to do well. It is. Daniel saying Bellator's a complete circus. At this point, fucking these kind of fights, goddamn right it is. It's goddamn, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. It really is. It's I don't know, man. Fuck. That just makes me mad because they're making a mockery. In my opinion, they're making a mockery of the sport. They're making a mockery of MMA. All right, the UFC. Let's not bullshit around. Them, signing CM Punk with no experience whatsoever is fucking ridiculous. But for Bellator to start, teasing out like, oh look, Kurt Angle's gonna fight. If they make this fight. If they don't, whatever. But still, fucking A, man. Come the fuck on with these fucking circus farts. Circus fights. I'm gonna call them circus farts. That's what fucking Bellator is. This giant circus fart. But I'm done with Bellator, man. If they fail, I won't even be mad. Why the fuck get off the freeway? Because it's going slow. Get off the freeway and get on the on-ramp again. You guys are jackasses. Jesus. It's like these motherfuckers are the ones that I probably played against in high school playing basketball and shit. Fucking jock bastards. Anyway, yeah. So it makes you want to cheer against Bellator. Like I really don't care anymore about Bellator. They make this fight another fight like this, and I said it after the Tito Stephan Bonner fight. I was like, fucking Bellator, man. They keep doing bullshit like this. They're gonna lose the hardcores. They might keep some of the idiot Eddie Lauber's random jabroni. Anything Bellator gives us. Thanks, Sean. Dana says, what do I think? What do you think about Rockhold's comments about Weidman being really slow? Huh. I heard him. Yeah, no. I heard him, and I heard, yeah, Mike, I'm with you, man. I'm sick of Bellator. I'll get into Weidman in a second, but I'm pretty much done with Bellator, especially if they make a fight like this again, so Michael Van and Page, get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. Get your ass to the UFC. Michael Chandler, please get your ass to the UFC. Will Brooks, get to the UFC, please, at some point, somehow. Everyone just bail on Bellator. And I'm not saying, I'm not even saying join fucking UFC and that's it, just because it's UFC. Get the fuck out of Bellator. Yeah, World Series of Fighting at this point is more legitimate than Bellator. They at least have tried to build their own stars. You know what I mean? So it's fucking all right, whatever. I'm thinking that maybe Scott Coker, because Scott Coker has signed all those wrestlers out of the Olympic, the Olympic wrestlers left and right. He has like 3 of them, I think now, or 2 of them. He signed them young and before they even start training MMA, and he's gonna keep them until they're good. I'm thinking that's his plan, and maybe just keep doing all these circus fights to keep eyes on Bellator. You don't gotta do that, Scott. You ain't gotta do any of that shit. Okay? If they make Kurt Angle against Ken Shamrock a legit fight, it's gonna do big numbers. You're gonna get the wrestling fans in there that are big Kurt Angle fans, and you're gonna get us in there obviously because we want to watch MMA, and me because I want to laugh at that shit. But if Bellator fails, I will not for 1 second shed a tear or anything. Whatever. UFC gets Lashley, Gaethje, Chandler, and get Ben Askren out of Asia. Burn Bellator to the ground. I wouldn't be against that, honestly. Daniel says he's just trying hard to compete, but looking stupid while doing it. Yeah. You know what's funny about Ben Askren, though? It's not that I want to see him fight because he can fight, because he can fight. He mostly is a wet blanket, just lies on top of people. But he can fight. Askren won't go to the UFC. I think he will. I think he's just trying to he's just playing hard to get. But, I think anyway. But, the thing about Askren is it's not that he can't fight, because he can fight. It's not that, he's not really that entertaining to watch. I want to see him fight to see if he can back up all the shit he talks. The dude talks a lot. He really does. He's like, I could whoop on this guy and I could whoop on that guy. And, I don't believe he could. I don't believe he could whoop on the top 5 in the welterweight division. So, if Johnny Hendricks is in the top 5, I'd love to see Johnny Hendricks against Ben Askren, because it would at least be a comedy of just blanketing each other, trying to. UFC fan, Daniel is right though. Askren hates Dana. He does hate Dana, but money talks a lot. Bring GSP back and then bring Askren. I wonder if GSP would take that fight, because GSP, I think, according to Rory, GSP would only come back for like super fights and big fights, and that's kind of a big fight. So he can't. Mike says he can't fight against us, but that's it. Against us, but that's it. Like us normal people, I'm assuming. Speaking of ONE FC or ONE Championships, as they want to call themselves now, Brandon Vera gets a title shot. Ooh, that's all I said about that one. Let GSP fight Anderson Silva. Yeah, let it happen. I'm down with that. Let him fight Anderson Silva for sure. Okay, yeah, Mike, yeah. But yeah, let GSP fight Anderson Silva for sure. I would love to see it. I would love to see Anderson Silva against GSP. You know what? I think it happens. I shit you not. Anderson Silva's still on the roster, still wants to fight. GSP would only come back for a big fight. You make that fight, I don't know how much bigger you can get. Two of the guys that have for the longest time being talked about as the greatest of all time. ONE FC needs Roger Gracie fighting again. I think Roger Gracie quit fighting though. If I'm not mistaken, I think Roger Gracie's with McDonald versus Diaz versus St. Car. That'd be sick. GSP, Nick says GSP versus Diaz too. Roger Gracie, I think he stopped fighting. I think he's only focused on jiu-jitsu now. And which sucks because the dude was talented. He was getting better. His striking got really good before he stopped fighting. All right, everyone's a cunt today. All right, boy. I catch you. Anyway. Oh, he's still active? Okay. I could have sworn he stopped fighting. Anyway. Well, if Roger Gracie's still fighting, yeah, put him back in there. See what's up. But Roger Gracie is like, his striking was fucking, last time I saw him, his striking had improved a lot. And, I think I heard it on Joe Rogan. Rogan made a good point that Roger Gracie's body is kind of perfect for fighting. So, as long as he can keep up the skill, it's good. GSP versus Nick Diaz too. I would like to see it, but I think something would have to be on the line. Although that'd be a sick fight, but we've already seen it once. But GSP versus Silva would be legit. I think GSP would definitely come back for that. On the same card as Nick Diaz versus Rory, that'd be legit too. TriStar against the world, basically. That'd be a legit fucking just main co-main. Right? That might even make a. Well, okay, let me take that back. For the hardcore fans, that would be an awesome fucking fight, and maybe even a little bit of the casual fans, right? Because now they know Nick Diaz, but they don't know much about Rory. They don't know much about. They know somewhat of GSP, right? But they don't know a lot about GSP. So, but still, I think you can make a fucking baller ass card for that. We were gonna talk about something else. Weidman, sorry, Daniel. Weidman against Rockhold. Rockhold saying Diaz should be in the next Metamoris event. I don't think they could pay Nick Diaz enough to be in Metamoris. And real quick, on Metamoris, I'm not a big fan of how they're doing business. Forget the business side of it. In fact, I'm not a big fan of the draws. EBI, the Eddie Barber Invitational, EBI figured this shit out. Overtimes, man. Overtimes, and you find a winner that way. And worst case, you get whoever had a control in those overtime rounds the most wins if no one can submit anybody else. So I say they pick up the EBI model. But Halle Gracie seems to be kind of a dick. So they're not going to pick those rules up, but they'll stay with it the way that it is. EBI is the future, says Mike. I agree. At least the rule set is the future. It needs to be the future in order to make jiu-jitsu watchable on television and online and all that stuff. Although, mind you, I'll watch any jiu-jitsu anytime, anywhere. I don't give a fuck. I love jiu-jitsu. So, but if you want to make it marketable, make it so the mass audience will want to watch it, because as you know, Americans, we don't like ties. Everyone knows this shit. Whenever there's a tie in football, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" It's the reason we don't like fucking we don't like soccer here, and it's one of the reasons one of the reasons I think that's what soccer. Well, soccer's building because of soccer moms, but still, that's a different subject for another day. All right. Rockwell says Weidman is slow. I think who has Weidman fought? Weidman fought Machida. Probably looks slow against him a little bit. Weidman fought Silva. Silva's kind of a quick guy, but he caught him. I don't know if he's slow, man. I think he's just fucking with Weidman at this point. He's trying to get in his head and shit. I don't think he even means half the shit he says about Weidman. I think Rockhold knows Weidman's a dangerous motherfucker. But I think Weidman knows Rockhold's a dangerous motherfucker too, so I don't know why they're even trying to play the games. I think this is just hype, dude. Don't worry about the fact he says Weidman's slower. If Weidman was slower, Anderson Silva would have caught his ass, alright? If Weidman was slow, Machida would have caught. Machida comes in bursts. He stays out, waits for you to make an opening. Belfort was faster as well, but Weidman couldn't finish Machida. Exactly. Well, Machida is one of those guys that comes in, flurries, and jumps out. And by the time you try to get your hands on him, he's already on his way out. So, Rockhold doesn't run. Daniel says, I think Rockhold wins that fight. You know what, man? I think he does too. I think Rockhold can win that fight. I think he does win that fight. I think it'll be the biggest, like the hardest fight of his fucking career for sure. It's not TRTV tour, so he's not gonna get, you know, spun. But here's the problem I have with here's the reason I'm worried about Rockhold winning. Is because the Sarah Longo fight camp has clearly shown that they're fucking great at strategizing. After the first Anderson Silva fight, remember Joe Rogan talks about it all the time, that the first thing that that Weidman's coaches were telling him was that they didn't like, even after he won the title, they didn't say, oh, we won, whatever, we're the best, or he's the best, or shit. That they said that they didn't, the first thing they said was they didn't like that Weidman took too many leg kicks. Weidman will win it on the ground. Here's the thing, Rockhold's good on the ground too. His jiu-jitsu is legit. But if he does, just take top position, and Rockhold's not that great off his back. If he does take top position and just ground and pound, yeah, Weidman could just do that. But he has to get Rockhold down first. I don't remember exactly how good Rockhold's takedown defense is, but if it's okay to good, I think he can pull it off. But we'll find out pretty soon, actually. So, what was I saying? Not about the speed. I was saying about Weidman. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I fucking forgot. Anyway. Oh, no. I was saying about Joe Rogan, when he was talking to Weidman's coaches, they told him they didn't like that against the first Silva fight, that Weidman took so many of those leg kicks. So in the second fight, they told him check every single one. Anyone that's trained Muay Thai, I've trained it. I've fucking felt the pain of leg kicks. It hurts more to get checked than to check a kick. I would check kicks all day without pads, no problem, fine. But getting checked, when you're throwing a kick and you get checked, that shit hurts. All right, and then and things. If I'm correct, Silva threw a kick, Weidman checked it, and actually ended up hitting the knee when it was bent, flexed, I think, or I forgot the term is really, but when it was bent, hit it, and that's when the shit broke. So, how do you think the fight would have ended if Silva didn't break his leg? Weidman fucked him up in the first round. I think we would have gotten 4 more rounds of that shit. Weidman messed him up. Weidman hurt him in the first round. Weidman hurt him real bad in the first round. Silva survived. I think we would have gotten either 4 more rounds of that or 1 more round of that. Just because I'm not sure how much more Anderson Silva could have taken as far as punishment goes from Weidman. So I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of what ifs. Okay, dude, do you not? Wow. Anderson by submission. Shut up. And Nick with the hopeful wishes he can go back in time to help Anderson. I don't know how Andy. I don't know how it is in the UK, but here we have people have zero respect for like school buses and shit like that. Nick. Mike says shut the fuck up, or you just said shut up, Nick. So shut up, Nick. Anyway, Anderson didn't win that fight, man. It's not like he was fighting Chael Sonnen, who made a huge mistake. And first of all, didn't train jiu-jitsu very much at that point. Weidman, I'm pretty sure he's a black belt at this point. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's high up. Anderson was looking good in the second round, then the leg broke. No, he didn't. He was not looking good. Weidman was letting him go off a little bit, just to see what he was doing. Not to mention, Weidman found a way to do it in the first round. Yeah, anyway. But anyway, I was saying a second ago, Andy, I don't know how it is in the UK, man, but people here have zero respect for school buses. It's weird. Like, there's a school bus, like, right now, and right before I got to it, the stop sign on the side of the bus came down. So if a stop sign's out on a bus and it's on the street, unfortunately, in the area I'm in, it's a ton of apartments and townhomes. So the school bus stop isn't inside the place because it's gated, but it's out right in front, right? So the bus stops, it's actually on the street. It's a 3-lane street, and it stops at the end right here, right? And they get as close as they can to the sidewalk, and they put the stop sign out. When the stop sign's out, all traffic needs to stop, right? It's just a fucking stop sign. So it fucking came off right before I got to it. So by the time I got to it, everyone was already going. But when the stop sign was still out, I saw a fucking little SUV. Fuck it, LOL, Kane lost, drops the mic. That doesn't hurt me, man. It doesn't. Yeah. But no one here gives a shit about buses. I don't hear even small kids. I find that to be really fucking weird. Like, really fucking weird. This SUV fucking driven by some fucking lady almost hit the bus. Anyway, oh wow, now we're going to Kane. Kane will get his belt back. Oh, you started some shit, Nick. Daniel's all about. Let's go. What you got? What you got on Kane? But Mike made a point a second ago that Anderson Silva lost the mentality for a third fight. Weidman doesn't get the recognition he deserves. I agree. And it's because everyone wants to call that first fight a fluke, even though Anderson was playing like a fucking clown and got knocked out. Okay, relax, Andy. Andy goes, Kane is useless. Okay, you didn't say any of that shit on all the fights that he had and won. He had one fight. Okay, yep. Keep in mind, he gets injured a lot. Just watch. Going to be a totally different fighter as far as Kane goes. Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out pretty soon. Actually, not pretty soon. Isn't that shit till like next year? So, I want to say till next year. I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, it is till next year. So, but Mike made a good point. Anderson Silva's mentality already fucked him up for a third fight. If there's ever a third fight, which even Weidman says that he doesn't want to fight Anderson Silva a third time because he feels bad. He doesn't want to hurt him again. How are you going to say that? What the fuck? He will knock out Verdum. I don't know, man. Verdum's a bad motherfucker, and Kane showed that excuse me, he was way too overconfident in his skills. So Kane, I'm sure, went back to the drawing board. As much as Javier Mendez wants to say that oh no, we're gonna do the same thing as always. That didn't work the first time. So Kane got beat by the altitude. You know what? That's part of it. That's definitely part of it. Kane getting beat by the altitude. And Nick says Weidman beat an old Dragon, an old Vitor, and yes, he beat Silva, but we have not seen him get pushed by anybody. Well, we're about to. He's Rockhold. We're about to see him get pushed. By the way, old Dragon, he should have trained longer in Mexico City. For sure. He knows that, by the way. He fucking knows that shit. That was his first regret right away, is not training at altitude longer. You can say all you want to about how good your cardio is, like in the States and all that, and in the UK, or in the UK, sorry, UK, and in Vegas and all that shit. Wow, I don't know how I went to UK. But Mexico City's a whole another monster, man. So, anyway, so yeah, I don't know, man. I think Kane has a good shot at getting his belt back. We'll find out soon. We've all seen Kane come back from a loss. Yes, but that was against JDS, and after a 5-rounder, right? Verdum finished him in the second. So, look, man, I'm not against you at all. I want Kane to win and get his belt back. I'm just very wary of saying of even going out on a limb and saying, oh, it's fucking gonna happen, yeah. Like, I believe in the guy, and I really hope he wins. I shit you not, I hope he wins. I really do. I'm gonna be rooting for Kane and all that shit, and whatever. But if he gets caught again, oh wow. Andy says Kane has lost it for good. Sorry, Kane has lost it for good, says Andy. Mike says Kane and Fabrizio 2 will end differently. It's gonna end differently. For sure, it's gonna end differently. I think this fight's gonna be a decision win for somebody. And I'm gonna be rooting for Kane like a motherfucker, man. That's my favorite fighter. But well, him and Nick Diaz and Nate. Basically, all the assholes and the one fat dude that used to be able to whoop people's asses. Basically, Kane. Those are my favorite guys for some reason. Yeah, fucking. I think Kane gets his belt back, but I think it's gonna be a fucking massive war between him and Verdum to get it back. I hope Kane's training jiu-jitsu like a motherfucker. That's for sure. And then I think Rockhold beats Weidman in a close fight as well. But I think he's gonna have to finish Weidman in order to win. So I think it's gonna be some kind of submission. Even Overeem beats Kane now. Whoa, Andy. Okay, all right. I gotta stop you on that one. Overeem is not beating Kane unless he's on the juice. So unless he's on horse meat and juice and all that shit again, no. Overeem's not beating Kane. No, that's not happening. No, that'd be embarrassing. Kane should retire, and they should end the UFC right after that shit if that ever happens. Anyway, all right, fellas, I gotta go. I gotta gonna pick up some breakfast real quick and then go to work. I'm already late, but yeah, I'm a little beat up physically, so I'm gonna push to try to go to work. If at all I feel like shit. No, Andy, no, you're drunk. Apparently Andy's drunk. It is the afternoon in the UK, so maybe he's been drinking a little bit. But I'm maybe not drinking. I know he's not drinking. Andrew needs his medicine. Oh God, Mike. Andy's getting attacked. He's laughing now. Andy's laughing. All right, I gotta go. No shows tonight. I'm definitely gonna relax. I feel like complete shit. So I'm gonna try and push it through work day. If I can't finish through the work day, I'm just gonna go home because I feel awful, to be honest with you. But no shows today. But tomorrow, best of for September and October. Oh, I'm already getting called. That's great. Best of for September and October, and yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. And if I do more shows, that's great. Catch you guys on the drive home. If I stay here the whole day, if not, I might just be like, hey, let's go home. You guys all have a wonderful day. Go get that money if you're working. If you're not, yeah. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, I know my fucking being sick sucks, dude. I just feel like complete shit. But anyway, catch you guys later. If you guys are working, just tough it out, get through that, get that paper. If you're not, you're relaxing at home. Relax to the fullest, man. Have some fun. So anyway, we're one step closer to the end. We're one step closer to death. So make every fucking moment count. See ya.